watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, I might have it go. Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear all to say, but watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, I might have it go. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, I might have it go. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures.
What if you could do
We
SEOs?
paint miniatures. We 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 paint miniatures.
Hello, we are live, and I am Shoshie from ShoshiesMinis. Hello. Today I've got a cool bust that is we're going to paint today. I'm gonna flip over to my overhead. This is we got a ring light. There we go. This is Nonna Isabella, Tales of Eurasia, and the company is Abyssoul. So there's the picture if you want this bust for yourself. And we are sponsored today. Proudly made by crazy artists. So I'm going to show you. So here's some of the prep work I've already done to start out Nonna Isabella. And so you see I've got some silly putty masking off her face and her jacket, and then I did prime. Wait, let me get the light a little bit brighter. Also, if you are here already, let me know in chat, because I don't know if anybody's here yet. And our good buddy Bateleur is not here yet, so I don't know when he will be. But that's okay. Let me check something here. I'm just going to YouTube to make sure here. There we go. And to go to chat, I want to see chat. All right, so now I can see if anybody's in chat. If you type in chat, I can make sure. And I will be, okay, there we go. Yes, all right, we're all set. So I started out with the pink primer from Stynylrez, and then I did a zenithal of the white on top of that. For the rest of the model, I did a black. And I did leave her skin black because I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a whole thing with that in just a second. We can take off the silly putty now. Ooh. It sticks to itself, so it doesn't stick to the model, which is really awesome. And then I have some museum putty here. There we go. Let me turn the light up, or maybe make sure the light is close enough. I can make the brightness of my camera a little bit brighter. There we go. There's always a tech issue with me because I'm not a techie person. But you get what you get. All right. Let's make the brightness brighter. It also doesn't help that the model is being black right now. Okay, that might be the best we can do right now. All right, I can hold it closer so you can see. That helps a lot too. All right, so you see I've got pink. Why do I have pink? Shoshie, why are you using pink? I am going to be painting her scarf yellow, and I think that when you layer the yellow over the pink, it actually becomes this really warm, beautiful yellow color. It works really well, especially since I have the white on top of there, so it will give us some gradation as well. All right, hold on. Close that. All right. The other thing I'm going to be doing, if I can find the right color, is, and I have today P3 paints that I'm not sponsored by. This is Ordic Olive. And I find that P3 paints are really excellent for painting skin with. So that's what I'm going to be starting with. I need to find a good brush to base coat her skin. The other thing I have here is a dry palette, because P3s work really well with the dry palette. I'm going to add a little water to this, just thin it. So we have our Ordic Olive. And this is going to be the base coat for her skin tones. So let's see how this goes. I'm just going to do a thin coat because I really don't need this to be super thick. Because in the end, we're going to be painting over. This is just an underpainting for her skin. And I haven't painted a bust in a long time. There we go. I forgot I have my, let me take my headphones off a second. I have my visor here, which is really helpful. That way I can take my glasses off, put my headset back on. Okay, now I can see, hopefully I can see well. Yes. No. I have to leave my glasses on. This is what I go through to paint for you guys. There we go. Now I can see super well. And now you can see super well. Okay. And again, let me know in chat if you are here. I don't know if anybody's going to be here today because I did this stream pretty last minute. But that just means it's just going to be you and the people who are watching this after the fact. And any of my TikTok viewers who get to see clips of this afterwards as well. Sometimes I do these streams so that my content manager can create content for me after the fact, which is really nice. All right, we're just getting a base coat in. It doesn't need to be super saturated or anything. I just want to get things covered. And again, this is satin paint, so it's going to dry a little bit, just a little bit shiny, not too much. But what's great about that is it's going to really look like skin when I get done with it. And all of this green is underpainting because when I'm painting Caucasian skin, sorry for the wiggling, keep hitting my own camera. When I'm painting Caucasian skin, the green, it does its little color oh, we got some water. There we go. Color theory thing, and it basically, when we start layering in the skin tones, it will disappear. The green will disappear. Well, that's my goal anyway. And it will become the shadows, because green and peach are opposites because of the red and the peach on the color wheel, and so they kind of cancel each other out. So when they're layered like that. Okay, see how this is dry? We can go back in here and give it one more light coat. I just want to avoid the spots where it looks too much black, like the tip of the nose. Anywhere where we're going to have less shadow needs to have a little bit more green. Okay, I'm trying to be on camera. I don't have my buddy with me, so it's going to be tricky, but we'll do our best. Okay, notice how I left the eyes black? She looks kind of creepy right now. She looks like a little bit like a grandma zombie. Alright. Rinse my brush. Need to let that dry. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do I think I'm going to make her jacket like the same color as this blue here, which is we don't want the jacket to be a satin color. We'll use this blue black to start. This is Monument. We are sponsored by Monument Hobbies. Monument's another one of those paints that does better without it does better without a wet palette, but I use it with a wet palette all the time. Okay, take this off. But I do not need this for my mic. All right, I didn't water this one down. Yes, there we go. Yeah, that's the perfect color. And the nice pink over the undertone there actually helps. Boy, I really do appreciate my visor. I wish I didn't have to use it, but it makes a complete difference for me. Okay. This will hopefully be nice and relaxing for you. I don't have anybody to talk to for the first time in a long time. All right. So we're letting everything dry, so we're working on different parts of the model. We're probably going to put some of that pink into the corner there where it fell off. No! There we go. Paper towel. I always try to paint with a paper towel on my desk so that way I can blot my brush on it. This holder here, oh nice, I got paint all over it. is from Redgrass Games, and I am also sponsored by them. So let's see, what if with the pink? Here it is. I've been using this pink primer from Stymelres. I don't need very much of it. I do need a smaller brush. So I'll just put this down into the spots. And because it's a primer, it's so nice. You know, it covers really quickly and easily. There we go. And any of the other little spots that got missed because it got covered by the silly putty. Some people say, oh, I use sticky tack. And I find for myself, sticky tack sticks to my model a little bit more than silly putty, so I avoid it. But maybe other people don't use it the same way as I do, so maybe it's fine. Alright, we got Nonna. There we go. I really appreciate this model because I just recently went to Poland this summer and you know, got to really immerse myself in Slavic culture, and I made a point to try to, oh, look at this, I made a mistake already. Just remember, if you make a mistake, you can fix it, and then maybe we can make this into part of the design. I don't know. Oh, it's already wet, so maybe we can just wipe it right off. Yes, good, 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 good. It's going to get covered with the yellow also. All right. I'm not going to fuss too much. Where is my white? I do want... I'm going to mix a little bit of white with the pink. So I can get that same color up here. Where I was being a little bit sloppy. One thing you know about me is that I am not a neat, picky painter. But that's also one thing people like to watch, is because you can watch me fix my mistakes. You can watch me make mistakes. You know, I just want you to know that you do not have to be a perfect painter to be a good painter. Here, see, we can cover that a little bit. It's still going to be there, but it'll be less noticeable. All right. Not bad. Everything is drying on Nonna's hands. We need to get that covered. Got a little bit of white right there. Okay. Now, this is where I switch brushes. I'm going to need a brush. I just got these brand new brushes while I was in Poland. And let's see if I can find it. Oh, maybe not. Here, we'll just use the Rosemary & Company. That'll work. Not sponsored by Rosemary & Company. Then I'm going to take, I've got P3. Where is it? I've got Midland Flesh. I need the Reichland Flesh, and I also need, Rin Flesh. These are the three that I'm gonna need. I need one more. Did I put it in the bottle? No. Bear with me while I look for it. The most important color that I need is not on my desk, of course. Well, if I need to, I can mix it. Cardiac flesh is the one that I'm looking for. All right, I'm going to show you how to mix it. I've got sanguine flesh. I'm disappointed, though, that I can't find the color I want. I could have swore. Wait, is that it? No. And it's like one of the most used. Here, I'm going to use this and this instead. So I've got a mixed. These are huge miniatures. They're not satin. They're matte. So we'll give it a try. We might mix some satin medium with it. There's a little bit of this salmon red, and I'm going to put just a little bit of terracotta. Just a smidge of that to mix this dark flesh color I want. Let's see how it goes. Okay, that's good. And then I think if we add some of, we don't want to add white to it. Maybe it needs to be a little bit, actually it's really close. We'll add just a skosh of this golden brown. It's like an ochre color. Just a tiny bit. Okay, just a little bit. Mix that in, and then we're going to add some ivory in order to lighten it, because I think it's about the right color. Okay, yes. Yes. That's a good color. Okay, perfect. And then we need some ivory. We'll go ahead and use some of the P3 to make it satin. This is, I put it in a bottle, Menoth White Highlight. Just a few drops of that. There we go. And a nice dark color. Ooh, I just realized I'm spilling my pink. Let's mix a little pink in there. Just a tiny bit of white. Okay, I can use that. All right, get the extra paint off my brush. Now here I have to take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of sanguine base to this to redden it up just a smidge. Well, that didn't do much, did it? Let's try again. Add some more satin. There we go. Okay, so let me explain something about these well palettes. Well palettes, the way they are designed is give you more surface tension, or sorry, less surface tension because it's in a well. I start on the nose. I'm going to add some green to it. Let's add a smidge of green. Oh, I added it to the white. Whoopsie. Okay, so we're going to take green over here, just a smidge. See how that starts canceling out the color, right? We get that kind of taupey color. It's canceling out the red. That's what I want. So I've got this kind of grayish. I still need more green in it. We'll just add more green. We're just going to be layering this up. That is so light. I'm going to add more green after I get here. Let's see. There we go. So I'll just keep dipping my brush back into the green to darken the color here. This is all under painting anyway, so I don't have to be scared about worrying about messing anything up at this point, because there's going to be lots of layers left over. And as I'm painting her face, now look for these little micro volumes and just hit them as if you would a big flat space, right? And then pulling that down her nose. Again, each one of these is a plane, and I'm thinking about it like that as I'm painting it. These spots right here under her fingers are hard to reach, so they're going to probably have less light hitting them, which also means you don't need to paint them light. All right. Pull that white color down into the nose. Just kind of doing some what I call overbrushing on the model. It's already looking good. Okay. See, then when we're overbrushing onto the fingers, we're losing some of our green, so I'll go back into my green. See? This process is called Verdaccio, and it is an old Renaissance masters technique that they used to use on stucco walls to make them look more 3D. And I had done portraiture art when I was in college, quite a lot of it, and learned this method to do portraiture. So when I did some of my first miniature painting, I started using this technique. I'm definitely not the first person, nor will I be the last, but it was something that kind of nobody else was doing as much of, at least on film. And so I kind of got a little bit of a reputation for knowing how to paint more realistic skin. But all that is, the only reason for that is because there we go. This is looking good. Okay. Let's try, while that's drying, going into her scarf. What color is Nonna's hair? It's gray, isn't it? Yep. Let's do a gray color. I have bright neutral gray, and it is matte. All of the Pro Acryl colors are matte. The P3s are satin, and the Bold Miniatures, I believe, are also matte. Although I do have satin medium if we need to add it to anything from Pro Acryl. Okay. All right, now I can get into here. We lost our music. It just went real quiet. That's all right. It'll come back. Let me turn it up just a skosh. Can you hear it? Hello, Martino. Have I painted anything by Michael Contreras besides the Earth element? That's a good question. I don't know. You ordered his Apocalypse of Horsemen, but never painted resin before. Should I practice on inexpensive resin? Sure, definitely. Or is paper, and paper, you can practice on paper as well. I do recommend, though, getting some inexpensive models that you can just do whatever you want on, so that you just get the feel for, brush control. And that's the same thing, paper, you can just, this is the way too light. All right, let's try Troll Blood Highlight. That's a little bit darker. I'm having a bad color day for some reason here. Hey, first time you've seen me live. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry, I got a little bit of a delay, so that's why I probably just now saw. It's still really light. We might have to do a wash over this. We'll just go ahead with it for now, and then we'll do a wash over it, and it'll darken that up. Okay. There we go. But yeah, I like to for practice minis to do the Reaper Bones black. It's called Reaper Bones Black, and they're really nice minis. but they're not expensive at all. And if you're in Europe, I recommend Spellcrow Minis, and they have been a sponsor of mine. So in the past, they have sponsored me. So full disclosure. But yes, I'm gonna give her little extra pieces of hair down here because I want to. But yes, Velcro are really cute minis also, and they are also resin, so you'll get that chance to try the resin without a huge, expense or being scared of wrecking a new model you've not painted before. Okay. Dun dun dun. Let's go. I need to do a real quick reference check and see if I can't find. Look at how cute I look with this. I don't. I need to find a reference for a Ukrainian scarf, yellow Ukrainian scarf. Hold on. Now it does say Tales of Eurasia, and really, like, I could paint Nonna to be anybody from that part of Europe, right? I mean, Europe's really been through some stuff, so it really could apply to lots of different countries. Yellow, but this one I'm just using the colors off of the box, so that's why I chose the Ukraine. Wait, I can't even spell today. Scarf. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Wow. I just found some really gorgeous scarf patterns. Here's one, and I don't know if this is a common pattern, but we can try to do a freehand like this. You were in the middle of watching your old KDM streams and noticed you were live. Oh, that's so cool. You're just sitting here not patiently waiting for your gambler's chest. Yes. I get it. I just got mine. So yes, it looks like this is a common pattern. We'll go with that. This vintage Ukraine yellow floral. It's very pretty. All right, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up and then take a picture and print it so I can use it as a reference. Yeah, that works great. So I wonder if these are hand painted. Let me do a screen capture and then. All right, I've got a screenshot. So now I can just look off my phone. So we're gonna need to paint this yellow. Let's go with this. I don't know if I want a warm yellow. Let's start with a warm yellow and see what happens. Actually, you know what I should start with is maybe let's start with this transparent yellow and see what happens. Let's shake it. I just put together my Gambler TK, so if you happen to go to my social media, you can see I made a couple little quick vids of the Gambler, and he looks really cool. Okay, so watch what happens. Oh yeah, see how nice that yellow is? Right over the pink. There's something about pink base, and see how it's getting all warm down here? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So some people say painting yellow is difficult. Apparently not if you prime and base coat with pink, because that's all this, and this is a transparent yellow right over the top with actually a little bit of white. You did see that first one in the wild. Haha, I don't know if it's the first, but no, I've seen at least one more, but I definitely was one of the early ones. See how the white picks up the yellow and then the pink will make it warm. Yeah, if you ever if you subscribe to this channel, then you'll be able to get notices of when I do go live. I try to go live once a month, and I will probably be painting some Kingdom Death models in the near future because I have a huge commission. Look at how nice this yellow is going on. No streaking. It's probably because it's transparent. Look at, see how it's got the warm brown? That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so now you know how to go forth and pull off a really pretty yellow very fast. Yeah, see how that's a little patchy. We'll cover that with some flowers so you won't even know it was there. Been subscribed several months now. Yay! Schedule just never seemed lined up. I see. That makes sense. Well, it's awesome that you are here. And feel free to just chime in and ask any kind of, doesn't have to be related to this particular mini. Feel free to ask any painting questions or anything that you have been curious about from mini painting in general. See, now I can go in and hit these little highlights, and I just realized I can also maybe fix this a little bit. Maybe I'm doing some dangerous stuff by trying to fix that right now while it's wet. Let's get a little bit of that white. Yeah, there we go. We can always add some yellow. Transparent yellow is so nice. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a little bit because I want things to need a little water. This is the downside to when you add white to anything, it can get a little chalky, which is why I put the transparent back over it. Okay, let's leave that be for a minute. Let that dry. Actually, I do want to mess with this. Let's get it. Ooh. And see, that's too much white. We need the yellow back. Yes, there we go. All right. So much yellow, so bright, and maybe a little too bright. Okay, we'll let that dry. Let's see what I can do about her hair. I think, what do I want to do? I need a gray, so I could do, let's try some of this. That's too shiny. Let's try a little bit of Nuln oil. It does have some matte medium, so it might gray up her hair without being too shiny. I don't want her hair super shiny. Ah, there we go. That's what I needed. See how that, and that hopefully will dry nice. All right, we'll just let that sit in the crevices. Might need to be darker, but that's all right. And I need a little black. I'm gonna start to paint her eyes a little bit. There we go. One of the things, I got this palette from Dick Blick. It's a website in the US, and it's super cheap. What is the sticker? Does it say how much it is? Anyway, I got a bunch of them for a pretty good price, and they're disposables, so you don't have to worry about wrecking them or anything. All right, I'm going in here to paint. Make sure the socket of her eye is completely black. Okay. And we'll go ahead and stick some in her nose holes, because that's also what's needed. She really does look like a zombie. Okay. And hopefully we can stop this from shaking. Go ahead and go here around the edge, just to delineate. That's all still too wet to paint into. All right, let's see. Remember this peach color we have? Let's see what happens when we start. Might need to add some green to it. I'm just gonna add a smidge of green because I don't want that so bright just yet. Okay, I have my glasses off, so if I don't respond to chat in the moment, that is why. Okay. Hey, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. I'm letting my husband know he's on blast right now, because I'm gonna add a smidge of this scorn red. Maybe not. I feel like there needs to be something like a darker red in here. Let me see if I can't find the right red. Paints. Maybe a little contrast. Let's see what happens when we add a smidge contrast red. Okay. Yes. You still recommend Stynylrez? I do. I also have been using, you've been finally getting away from the rattle cans. Yes. Oh yes. Yeah, and if you're getting a gambler's chest, you probably want to get an airbrush. Not necessary, but helpful. Just because I'm going to add just a smidge of purple to this. Yes, there we go. I wanted that more dark. This color. This. See how dark? Ooh, this color is really off on my. Well, we'll see how it looks. Anyway, yes, I do use Stynylrez, and I also have been using Monument. Monument made their own primers recently, and I like them. They're not the same as Stynylrez, but they are pretty good. I still feel like Stynylrez is really unique in their formula, but I do think that Monuments makes a pretty good primer, and very affordable too. All right, now again we're going in. I gotta take glasses off. See, I really need this darker orangey reddish. So I'm going and putting this reddish color everywhere where there are capillaries. So like the ends of the fingers are gonna have more red. Parts of her cheeks are gonna have more red. Right? Because that's where the capillaries are. This bust is really textured. So I recommend using the side of your brush so that you can preserve some of this texture. See, now I can just kind of overbrush it right? See how that green's starting to disappear? That's what I want. It's there, but it's also being canceled out by the peach. Okay, now we can take some of this green, some of this color, this taupey color I've got. This has more yellow in it, which brightens things up. Back to the peach. Okay. So now we're starting to have this come alive a little bit. It's not there though. It's not there yet. Ow. I just stuck my glasses into my eye. Hey, Batsalure. Do you want this link in Discord? I believe it is in Discord. I'm going to hop in Discord. If you're there, I would like to talk. So hold on one second. Let me put my mic back on because I do need your help still. All right, jump in Discord if you're there. There we go. Okay. Oops. There we go. Yeah, look into Monuments Primer. But again, I really do like Stymel Rose. Okay, I'm gonna grab this Kislev flesh. Ooh, I need to shake it. Ooh, there you are. Yay!
Hi.
Hello. I hear a little hiss when you have your mic on. I don't know if it's if you can turn your volume down. Maybe I can turn you down. Let me see if I can turn you down.
Might be the fan.
It might be. Let me check here, but we will probably not have you on if I can't get rid of the hiss, because it won't be. No. Oh, it's up too high. Okay. Say something now. Say something.
Hi, Shoshie. Right.
That works. No hiss. It was up too high. There we go. What other what is it? What other, does it say resin? Is that the resin? Did I oh, Velcro? No, not Velcro, Spellcrow. Here, I'll type it in chat. It's they're in Poland. If you're in Europe, I would get, where'd my, except for I don't know where my keyboard is. There it is on my floor desk. As that would say. Yes, Spellcrow Minis. Miniatures. And they make resin gaming miniatures. Not so much display, but they're really cute and affordable. Okay. Yeah, try that. Okay, now I'm going to go, okay, now I need to do some glazing. So where's my glaze medium? I just bought this, actually they sponsored this. This is glaze medium from, glaze and wash medium from Monument. I'm a mess with this. There we go. We're gonna put this in the, bunch of that in there, and then I'm going to use this with paint on my brush. See, I've got the glaze medium, and then I can...
Have you already used that glaze medium before, Shoshie? Is it any good?
Yeah, it's good. It does make things satin, which is okay in this case, because that's what we want. Okay, and then we're going to just glaze over all of the green. It's going to hopefully cancel out a little bit of the green. Oop, that's too light. I just want a glaze. I don't want it to be so opaque. Whenever you add the lighter colors, things get real opaque real quick. All right. Yeah, Reaper Bones Black if you're in the US, that's what I would do. Plus, they're really good minis as well. See, we can go ahead and glaze into the green, slowly making it disappear into the shadows, but notice that I'm not trying to get rid of it all because we need it to be basically our shadow color. And I feel I need a brown or some kind of a brown glaze. Let's maybe get the transparent brown. Let's see. Here's Monument Transparent Brown. I'm approaching this as if I were painting on a canvas. And we can add some more of that glaze medium with this transparent, which will make it even more transparent than it already is. I'm going to start down here because I don't know how it's going to look. Oh yeah, that's what I want. See, that gives some color to her skin already. And again, skin painted this way is not, oh, I don't have my glasses on. It's not there's not a recipe or a system. It's kind of just me feeling things out and knowing how I want it to look in my head. So if you're not able to do something or replicate this technique, it's all right. You can always stop the tape or stop the recording and go back and rewatch. Get that thumbnail right there. Definitely don't want that to be green. I can get a little bit more paint on that side because that one can be more opaque. Ooh, there we go. It's the right color, but maybe a little bit too much paint. She looks like a Van Gogh painting at the moment. Which, you know, maybe that's a whole style. All right, again with the glazing, I need to glaze with, I feel like Reikland Flesh Shade has more red in it. Let's try that and see what happens. Nope, this is Agrexar shade, wrong color. Here we go. And it mattes as well. It has a matte. Let's see what happens. Yes. Okay, that is what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and put Reikland Flesh Shade all across this to give that warmth that I needed. It also, Reikland has red in it, so it will cancel out some of that green that we don't want in the crevices. Ooh. Am I on camera okay, Bat? Looking good?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm amazed.
Good, good. Good, yeah. Yeah, I set things up in a very careful way to make sure that I would be on cam. Okay, there's definitely too much green going on here. Let's see. I think I need this. This is this Kislev. It's kind of a dull flesh tone color. Kind of, it's got more yellow in it. Put a bunch in there.
Would the yellow not accentuate the green more?
Well, it's more of a neutral color here. So my goal is to get this more, you know, more flesh colored, and so when I add the green to it, it will hopefully not be that light like it's being. Well, we'll see. See how it's just blending into the green more. That's why I needed a step between the green and the flesh color. It's why I needed the yellow one.
Gotcha.
Because it's a little bit, and these wrinkles are way too black for me, so I'm going to go ahead and paint them in. Now we'll go back with the little pinky color because it's too yellow. So see, because we were able to kind of cover that green a little bit, the pink looks a little bit more natural now. It's like pinkish peach. There we go. Feathering this into the paint so that it's becoming more peach now. Now I get back into that yellow because see, it went. Oh, see, that's way too light. I wish my eyes were better. So not only does the green cancel out the peach, but the peach also cancels out the green. So it's like you kind of work it back and forth until you get it how you want it. So I'm looking at this. This is the original. This, like I said, this model has a lot of little cracks and crevices. So I think I might need to go in and paint those in. Otherwise it's going to look very cartoony. And like I said, like a Van Gogh painting, I don't want that. So we'll go ahead and paint those in. When I paint a new figure, sometimes I don't have any kind of plan. And I'm just kind of going as I see what's best for the model. But sometimes that means I have to kind of wing it and not always get a good result right away. It's going to go through an ugly stage for sure.
The features on that seem to have been etched quite deep.
Mm-hmm. And again, part of that's how I'm approaching it too. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. What we could do is just we could go back and base coat this with this pink and peach, and then come back into the wrinkles with a wash or something instead. I think I'm gonna do that so that it's not so harsh. So the original approach I was trying to take with this is not working. So we're starting over essentially. So you can pretty much ignore the first part of this video and go in with the peach. Yeah, I don't know. You know, you learn as you go sometimes, you know. It's been a minute also since I've done a bust. So it's good to be flexible. Okay. So I guess in this case the Verdaccia wasn't really working for me, because it's partly because of how the bust is so etched. There's a lot of extra details that when you look at the box art you don't realize are there. So we'll take more time. More peach. And I, like I said, I'm also missing that one color that I was looking for originally. Let me see if I can't find something similar. Ooh, tan skin. That might actually be good. Let's try this. This is, oh yeah, that's nice. That's kind of similar to the Kiss Love Flesh, but it's a matte color instead. Oops. So we got a bunch of different kinds of paint on her as well, which I don't expect everybody to have. Yes, there we go. So that's a nice highlight color. The Reaper colors are really nice. Speaking of Reaper, I'm going to ReaperCon at the end of August.
Are you changing your mind on that?
Yeah, no, I'm going to ReaperCon. I decided to go. I'm not going to Gen Con though. I decided not to go to Gen Con. But I definitely, I've got tickets to ReaperCon and everything. Oi, okay. Let me try some of this. This gray is too light. I feel like I need some darker colors in this mix. Burnt sienna. Let's try burnt sienna. Oops, I just stuck it in the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, this is a nice reddish color. We can come in here. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. That's exactly what I wanted. This is the color that I couldn't find. I just mixed it just now. So maybe now I'll have some success now that I have the right color. Okay, let me see if I can glaze this into the sides. Yep, yep, yep. Ooh, yes. This is the color. Because it has that red in it that I got from the burnt sienna, but it's not a red, it's, like I said, it's a burnt color, so it's so it looks like I'm losing a lot of my underpainting in it, and I may well be, but it's still there even if it's not as visible. All right. Letting that dry. We're getting there though. Now for her hair. It's gray, but it's still not. It's too dark. It's too light. Let's try some transparent black. Yes. This is the transparent black, and it's doing better than the Nonna oil did and what I wanted to do. Water. Okay. Much better. Let's do the blue again because I got some mistakes over it. This is the blue black from Acryl. Okay. Nice. All right. And then we talked about our little design. Let's check. Hold on one second. Okay, so this is the design that I found for her scarf, and I'm just going to freehand it, and it's going to be really impressionistic. So let me take a look here. We've got a layer of green, and then blue, and then red, and it looks like different kinds of peonies and poppies and things like that. Let's see. Okay, the green is a dark, we need to start with a dark green, like this one. This is, what is this? Gnarls green from, it's got a lot of blue in it, from P3. Okay. And again, I'm freehanding it, which, you know, you can use a stencil if it's easier.
Be a stencil.
Yeah. I mean, I have a degree in art, so freehanding is not super difficult. I mean, it's gonna look, like I said, I've already given myself permission to make it look really impressionistic, so it's not gonna be perfect. This is the base layer though, this isn't the top layer. And I'm just looking at the reference that I have. I'm just kind of copying roughly the reference. I want it to look like leaves. And I realized, like, I also need to make it kind of go with her scarf folds and things like that as well. It's looking good though, huh? So far. A little bit.
Yeah, very good. I like the shadows and stuff on the yellow. It's good.
Yeah, that was done with the pink underpainting. We were kind of talking earlier about how it's possible that these little scarves were hand painted as well. Okay, that's what I'm going to do for that, and then I'm going to add the blue, which, let's do this blue here. Yeah, we'll do this as bright Signar blue highlight. Actually, do I have the Signar blue dark color? I do. Wait. Here we go. We'll start with this one and use that as the highlight. This is Signar blue base. And there's these little daisies. Oop, I need to shake it. I probably need to slow down a little bit on this. Now again, the highlight's going to make a big difference. Okay, and this one it goes.
Yeah, it's definitely stencil time.
Yeah. Were you able to look it up? It's like a screen print kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the highlight. This is the Signar blue highlight. And hopefully this is dry enough now. So again, I'm being more careful with the highlight colors. It's hard to see. I'm going to add a little white. Can I add a little white? Maybe not. There we go. Yeah, that did it. See how that actually looks like a flower now, huh?
It does. Okay, and then there was sort of like an orangey center for this. Let me see if this is orangey enough. All right. Then there was the red. The red is really pretty. Oh man. Let's see what color. It's like a dark red to be in the back. I gotta find the right red or it's not gonna work. Mike! He's trying to game while I'm streaming and I told him he can't. Alright, this is the brick red. Is that the same? Let's try this brick red. This will work, I think. It might not be red enough actually. Let me add just... Go ahead. Can't hear Mike on the side of the stream. So
okay, don't tell him that. Okay, we're adding some red to the brick red so that it's a little bit more the color I want. Okay, so this is these flowers.
So red is transparent. I know what I need. This red. These huge miniatures, the pigment is really saturated, and not just saturated, but it's opaque. That's what I meant. It's really opaque, and that's what I need. I need opaque red. Yes, just like that. Better. And then there's some smaller ones. You have to let this dry in order for it to know if it's gonna work out or not. I'm gonna add just a skosh blue into this red, so that way it's a little bit dark. There we go. A little bit darker, because once we want the other red to pop out. So we have to always start with dark, and then go lighter with acrylics. And this is kind of messy. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit. Okay. Now, the pink, oh, we have the metal song. We're going to use this pink on the flowers. Okay. This is where I have to be real careful, because I don't think it's completely dry. Have you ever seen that kind of old school, it's called toll painting? They used to do like little painting shows where these women would paint these flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what this kind of reminds me of, is the toll painting.
People with the skills.
Yeah, it definitely takes some patience for sure. And painting this live on stream is not the same as painting it on my own, like if I were just able to do it how I wanted it to. All right, so let that dry. Maybe go into it with a little red here. yeah, it's happening. Little bit by little bit. Okay, we need the black. It looks like a flower, huh?
It sure does. How was the resin, like the costing wise?
It was fine.
Good.
Yeah, it was really nice. All right, I need some whitish color. Hold on a second. I'm going to go with this Nonna White highlight. There we go. So this is like some kind of pansy right here. There's 3. Okay. And then we get the black. This is tiring. It's interesting how, let me add a little white to the pink here. It feels impressionistic, but that's what I said I was going to do, so. Okay, let me go back into the green. The green is more of a bright green. Let's do this Iosin green for the leaves. Oops, I just dipped it into the white. Whoops.
My realistic should be as good as your impressionistic.
Yeah, there you go. It's okay, right? I can come in with the dark green again and add the extra flowers. Why is it my out of the green? I might be out of the green. Let me add some more. This is the one. Do you think this is too busy? Maybe I need to do a glaze over it so that it's settled into it. What I will probably do is do a glaze of the green down over the the freehand pattern that I've just done, so it kind of sets it in. What do you think?
To be honest, I was looking the other way because it looks so new. I think that's what I was thinking more like a transparency white to
Yeah,
make it look a bit washed out, if that makes any sense.
maybe. I see what you're saying, but yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It's really, I'm happy with that, how it's coming. It's looking cool. I need to add more flowers, but I'm going to go back to her because I'm getting bored with the flowers. Let's do the fingernails again. That might be too light. Yeah, there we go. Tap it. Okay, so now, oh, I got paint on her hands. Here we go. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue to this glaze. So I've got some reddish glaze to come in here and get some shadows. I'm kicking it back down so I can come and mop it up, right? So that way leaves our highlights. Just that little shadow of blue right there, right? That makes that, pushes that inward. There's a lot of blue in Caucasian skin. Let's see if we can get into these little divots in her hands. That all needs to dry before I pick at it. Okay, let's get into this color. This one has more yellow in it. Yellow is where the light is coming from. So I'm having it come from this right side of her, right side of her face. Okay, we need to go back and fix her eyes again with the black. Got too much paint in the crevices.
Okay, let me go ahead and hair dry this. I'm going to mute and put the hair dryer on.
Okay.
What a mess. One of these days I'll get an eye transplant and then we can really get to painting. Okay, I'm going to mute. 1 second. Okay, this is a good chance to kind of step back and look at it. And I really do love this now, this design, and I'm not done with it. Let's go ahead and do her eyes though. We will make her eyes blue. First, I'm gonna get some of this ivory. I'm gonna mix just a teeny tiny bit of blue in it so they're not bright white. I just got paint on her eyelid. I will fix that in a minute. I'll turn her. Okay, now we can go fix the eyelids. Make them a little bit pink because she's probably crying. Let's add a little bit of red to that. Oh, we got paint on her finger. There we go. I feel like her eyes are still too bright. There we go. That's more of a gray. That's much better. See?
Do you mix a little bit of transparent black to get that grey?
Did I? No, just a little bit of blue. I just put just a
Oh,
smidge
okay.
of blue in it. And I might have had some of this peach on my brush already, so that kind of turned it into a gray. Because when you mix blue and peach together, you get a gray. Let's see. So this is that blue, and see how I can kind of go here on the sides of her fingers. Pull that down into the recesses in her hands as well. And I'm gonna get some more. This is the what is it? It's blue gray-ish. starting to look like a person a little bit. Okay, I do need to... Let's do this. Fix some of these little... Let me look at her eyes again. Okay. There's... I'm going to use this blue-gray as her upper eyelid. Hopefully it won't flood. Let's go in here. And I don't use black because I don't want it to be so dark. See how that just does enough.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so now her eyes. And same thing. I'm gonna start with this blue, and if it... I need to do this off cam for a minute because I want to get it right, because her eyes are really the most important part of the whole mini. That's better, see? Alright, then now we can use a little black for the pupil. Now for the eye, like the... Now her eyes are really wet, so we need to make sure to have lots of little ding highlights.
Do you use a gloss glaze or anything like that?
I will, yes, I will, but not until the very end. That's good. Well, let me see if I have some medium. Gloss medium would be good here. If I have some. I've effect I can use. Let me try this. Okay, that doesn't look how I want it to, so...
If you don't have a medium, can you use something like a gloss varnish? Would that work as well?
Yeah, I think so. Well, she does feel kind of alive now, at least. Hold on, I think we need some magenta, like some magenta to glaze in here. This is dark magenta. We'll see.
I need the glaze again, so with a little bit of magenta, like wait, because magenta is super powerful, so you don't want a lot of it. I don't even know, can you see it? Are you able to see? You probably can't, maybe can't, now you can see it.
There's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. I can see it now. Yeah, it just pops out like the nose and the fingers. That's good.
Yeah. I feel like she needs her little gray eyebrows. Let's see if we can add those in here. Oh, they need to be dark first. Oops, I must have messed that up. Whoops. I'll have to fix it. Hold on. Ah. Let me look at this picture. Okay, I see it. I used the blue. And I gotta fix that little blip I made on her eyebrow there. Okay. Oops. Oh no, did you just spill your water? Alright, her eyebrows are wonky right now, but I'm gonna get them to be lighter. That's better. Much better. Much better. Oh, I like it. Look at this.
What do you think? Can you? All right, one thing. Let's do a little bit. Oh man, that made a big difference. Okay, let me find, I'm going to turn you down again because I hear the hiss again. Hold on. There we go. Let me find, this is what I use. You can get it at like craft stores and stuff. You might find it at the dollar store or the pound store. You know, just these like, what do you call it? Craft paints. It's called triple thick brilliant brush on gloss glaze. I love that they call it gloss glaze, but it's glossy and it's really good for this kind of thing. We're going to put this right into her eyes. And then she just kind of comes alive, doesn't she? Wow. Okay. I feel like I need a little bit of transparent brown in here. Hold on.
It does bring life to it.
Yeah, yeah. She really did just kind of come alive. And then when we finish up her scarf and everything, I think it'll also make a big difference. I feel like we need to darken up. Let's see the transparent brown. Wait. I want to see. This is contrast snakebite leather. It's got too much yellow in it. I want more red. Let's go back to the Reichland flesh shade and just try it again. Then we pull that back down. And then I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to try to get in here to the, I want all this part where her face is covered to be darker too. It really brings your eyes back up to her eyes. And I'm going to mute and I'm going to hair dry this. All right, look at that. So that really kind of pushes everything, the focus up to her eyes. And we also probably want to add a little bit of light highlights to her eyebrows again to bring it up. Oh, that's nice. I like it.
It really has improved the whole model.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's got these little wispy hairs. Hold on. I didn't get those painted. I need to make them darker. Now we make them lighter. And then the white, or the ivory anyway. Okay.
Your smoke helped them more than it helps us.
Mike, I'm still streaming. I'm just going to get the ends of her fingernails so it looks like she's got little nails here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can clean up around her. I need that pink. There we go. There we go. Much better. Wow, it's funny how much just that little bit of yellow helped like shape her face. There we go. And because she does have this bright yellow, I'm just gonna put just a tiny bit of yellow in her hand because it's called reflective light. And it also helps kind of pull the model together a little bit. See how that, okay, there's little bits. Okay. Oh man. Let's do just a smidge of black. Mix it with this blue here. And I can add a little bit of this blue to pull that into, and it will help tie into her scarf as well. Especially in the back. Where's the black? There we go.
flooding it a little bit accidentally. Oh no. Okay, blue. There we go. I love this. Okay, you can kind of imagine what it's going to look like when I finish it because I have a good start. Let me look at this flower pattern. I think other than the flowers, I'm done. What do you think?
I think she looks amazing.
Yeah, let's do some small flowers. Need to add some blue. My phone, it's gone dark. I can't see what my design looks like. There we go. Ah, here we go. This is much better when I can make it brighter. Okay. And then we take that, where's that bright pink? I can use the magenta and some flesh color. Maybe here it is. This is hard. These flowers are so small. And then where's that bright pink? Here it is. Blurp. Okay.
I think I'm getting a little bit tired, so I think this might be a good spot to stop, because at least you can get an idea of where things are going and you know what's going to happen next. Pretty much just going to fit. Oh no, I got blue on her hand. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. Oh. Thankfully it's blue. Blue's not too hard to cover up with this peach. All right. I'll finish up this later. So far, this is what we've got. And I'll post pictures of the final on my social media. So this is a good spot. What do you think?
Looks really good, Shosh. Thanks for the stream.
Yeah, thank you. And everybody else who happens to stick around, or if you're watching this in replay and you were able to skip back and forth, thank you so much. And I will probably be back next month with a Kingdom Death stream, because we've got one, we're overdue for one with all the stuff coming out. All right, so let's do the ending. There we go. All right,